Just us.
Just us.
The Warriors emerged triumphant after a very, very, very stressful game against the Denver Nuggets. Let's do a recap. Shazia, you were at the game.
I was there for
You were
the
there.
season home opener.
Hell of a game.
It was amazing.
Hell of a game to go to.
Incredible. The adrenaline is still high for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, I was at home watching on TV and the adrenaline was so high for me. The cats were very, very, very confused by what was happening.
Were you
punching
screaming?
the air, and Miko was just like, can you just let me sleep, please?
Yeah, can you chill for a minute?
It was a hell of a game. It really was a roller coaster, ups and downs. There were moments where I thought it was slipping away, and it had slipped away. And then the team pulled it back. A very, very, very encouraging game. If there was any doubt about whether this team of Unks is capable of still producing high-level basketball, those were resolved today.
Yeah, the veterans, the unction as they're called, they showed up, and it really shows why this veteran squad can go all the way. The final score in overtime was 137 to 131. Very close game at the end. My throat actually, it kind of hurts right now because I was screaming so much. My voice feels a bit rough. I just like can't even. I don't.
Did a very, very listener. She did a very, very deep gulp there.
I did. I'm like trying to catch my breath right now.
Let's go to the performances. Overall, team wide, it was a battle for that victory. Jokic was playing crazy.
Aaron Gordon had a
my
career
God.
high.
That was unbelievable. He was just not missing, and I believe last season his 3-point percentage was like in the 30s or something like that. And this time he rolled up and he was shooting like he was prime Steph Curry. Everything was going in.
He could not be stopped.
No, and Jokic was just doing his hook shots. He was bullying people. It looked rough, but the team really, really rallied.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. So we had a hot start, started 10-0.
We had simultaneously the best and worst start possible.
I know. The first few minutes were amazing. Then the next few minutes were awful, riddled with turnovers. I'd say that one of the things that impacted us was the lack of defensive movement. And we all know, or maybe we don't, but good defense leads to good offense.
Defense wins games.
So playing defense is really important, but Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic in the pick and roll, the two-man game, was very effective for them. It always has been. And we just could not get the defense together on that.
Yeah, watching from home, obviously the broadcast was a little bit more, you get the replays and that kind of stuff. And the impression I got was they were very out of sync. They were kind of doing the transition plays where they were keeping the pace up and going back and forth. But on the return, when they would get back, they didn't feel like they were in lockstep with each other in a way that would be conducive to decent defense, at least putting up a kind of effort to stop them.
Yeah, the Nuggets ended up getting a lot of open threes, or just knocking down threes that weren't very well contested.
They left Jokic open a lot.
Yeah.
And he was doing his overhead heave nonstop.
I think your shot kind of looks like his, to be honest.
Sometimes it does, yeah. I personally think that my shot looks like Klay Thompson's.
No. His shot is textbook perfection.
That's what I'm saying. So is mine.
Okay. We'll post some videos of you taking a jump shot and let the audience decide.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think what really happened was they were shooting lights out from distance. The Denver Nuggets were. They were 50% from the 3-point line at halftime. And at halftime, we were down by 9 points. At least it was single digits.
Yeah, single digits. Luckily, it never got too far. But I think the thing that was really scary was Denver is a momentum team, I think. Like once even if the discrepancy in score isn't super large, once they start hitting threes or making baskets, it can slip away very, very quickly. That happens a lot. And I believe the Warriors have lost to the Nuggets 9 out of the last 10 games that we played.
Really?
Yes. So this was a combo breaker.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So the Denver Nuggets along with the Clippers are the two kryptonite teams for us. So the fact that they overcame the Nuggets is very, very encouraging.
Let's talk about the player of the game. Who was the player of the game, Tam?
Honestly, I want to say Steph Curry, obviously.
Yeah, the
but
GOAT.
There's so many people I could just as easily say Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah, he kept us in the game.
He is playing like another player. Like I am like, give him as much money as he wants. Because if he carries on playing like this, he will be worth every penny. You pair Will Richard with that as well. He plays like he's a veteran. He was on that court and he just seemed so at ease. He didn't make all of his shots, but he wasn't rattled when his shots didn't go in. There was one where he shot a three, missed it, and almost instantly was back on the other side and got a block or a rebound or something like that and helped convert back into a transition basket, which was unbelievable. So Will Richard was great.
He played with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, Kuminga was fantastic. He was making the passes. His game awareness, court awareness has been so good lately. I really hope it keeps up. Jimmy was also amazing. Buddy was interesting.
But he was all over the place.
He was all over we had like the full Buddy Hield cycle in one game. He started off a bit rough and then he hit a couple threes, I believe, and then he
not a couple. He made one
three.
1 of 7 on 3.
And then he was like, I'm just gonna do the layups, and that helped.
Yeah, he ended up with 11 points, but the star of the game, Stephen Curry, 42 points.
He had a real rough first.
The first half was
quarter.
horrible.
He was clanking.
But the second half, he showed up big time.
Yeah, the first half, after a few threes weren't going in, you could tell he switched to just getting inside. And that's where his ball handling came out. And he was really forcing his will onto that approach where he was just getting in there, getting in between tiny gaps as well, doing a few circus shots and to draw fouls and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so second was where he started to warm up and then he just caught fire.
Yeah, and I think in the first half, the Nuggets were just forcing the ball out of his hands. He just had to keep passing it, and in some cases, the ball turned over. So the defense was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
containing him in the first half.
There were a few people that were constantly on his ass. So
yeah,
the fact that he got through that was very, very impressive, and it shows like how multifaceted he is as a player.
He just kept moving.
He just knew I can still affect the game in a meaningful way and really swing the momentum. The coolest part was, I'm sure you saw it, but when he got the free throws and he like looked at the crowd and just started waving his arms up and down.
That was the turning point.
Yeah.
That was the turning point in the game, in my opinion.
And it's because he hates taking free throws with the crowd not being as loud as possible.
Everyone was chanting MVP.
Yeah. So
MVP.
I was listening to like some interviews, and apparently he needs the crowd to be as loud as possible when he takes free throws, because that gets him hyped up. And from that moment on, it was just like, all right, this is a takeover, and the momentum really shifted.
Yeah. So to conclude, Steph hit a game-tying three-pointer late in regulation. And it was tied, and the Nuggets had the ball. Jokic went for a shot in the paint that he would almost always make, right?
You expect him to make that 100%.
He would have
of the
made
time.
it, but he missed, thank God.
He was getting harassed by
He was. I was so
nervous
nervous that they were going to call a foul on Draymond.
Draymond, incredible.
Incredible defense.
People keep not giving Draymond the respect he deserves. That dude is just
I have a prediction.
Generational
I have a
defender.
prediction.
You think he's going to be DPOY?
I wasn't going to say DPOY, but I was going to say first team all defense.
I think so.
I
was surprised he
almost
wasn't
guaranteed.
on there last season.
He was, wasn't he?
No, he was in the second, I believe.
We need to fact check this.
Yeah, but
we'll fact
be
check
wrong. I might
this.
be wrong.
You might be wrong.
Yeah.
But I think he's really proving a point.
Oh yeah.
Even though he doesn't have to, he's going to step it up this season.
Yeah. There was some wild Draymond handoff to Steph moments that only possible when you've got the amount of years of experience they have together.
And that's why we can't ever trade Draymond. I know during the offseason when we were talking about getting some bigs like Valanciunas, who's on the Denver Nuggets now, when we were talking about getting other bigs, it was like, okay, well, maybe we would have to give away Draymond or Kuminga. It's a no. We're not going to do that.
Draymond also did the high IQ play with Valanciunas where he jumped and grabbed the ball, but he was on his way out. He would have landed outside of the court. So he threw the ball off Valanciunas' leg.
Oh, I love that.
And it got the ball back. And even Valanciunas was like, fair enough, and high-fived him afterwards.
That's hilarious.
It was really funny.
See, that's what I like being at the game and watching it in person, but you miss all the little things like that.
Yeah.
I'll probably rewatch the game.
That's why
the whole
whenever
thing at home.
I'm unable to go to a game, I'm not too fussed. I'm just like, I'll get to have a unique experience either way.
True.
So yeah, that was good.
Let's talk about overtime. So in overtime,
first of all, third game this season to go into overtime
out of all the NBA.
Yeah, because the OKC
teams.
game that was on before the Warriors game today also went into overtime.
It did.
Yes, it's been a hell of a season so far. We've had 3 triple overtime games. Wemby got 40, Steph got 40. I think
Aaron Gordon got a career high.
Aaron got a career high. Anthony Edwards, I believe, got a 40 as well. And we've had 2 FBI arrests.
Yeah,
So
it's been
we'll
today.
talk about that on
yeah,
the
we'll
big
talk
episode,
about.
but
Yeah, there was some gambling arrests made.
we'll talk about this.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later
because
we
there
have
is
to talk.
a link to our team now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm very interested to hear what that
Yeah.
link is. Let's talk about overtime. So, usually the team that scores first in overtime wins. Statistically speaking, right?
Did we score first?
I think we did.
Yeah.
We did, and we
believe
won.
we did, yeah.
We did, and we won.
Yeah.
So we went on a 12-2 run in overtime, and Al Horford kicked that off with
what
a
a guy.
corner 3-pointer. He really stepped it up today.
And he had some good blocks as well.
He did.
He had a couple of blocks. He gave away a few fouls in the paint, but they were fine because it was usually on Jokic, who are like, if you're gonna make him, at least make him work for those buckets, which are ordinarily, if you don't contest him, it's automatic. So, but the 3 points he made like how many did he make? 2 or 3?
Something like that.
Yeah, but he made the ones that mattered the most in like clutch moments. He had his hand right on the front of the ball in that weird way that he does, and just launched it, and it went in. And it was
He had 3 out of 4 3-pointers made.
what a guy. And now I'm thinking back to when that reporter was not including him as an elite shooter.
He is an elite shooter.
He's an elite shooter.
And let's talk about the dagger in overtime by Mr. Jimmy Butler himself.
I thought the dagger was the half-court Steph Curry 3.
I mean,
I think that was the momentum killer for them. I think that is what demoralized them.
yeah. So I guess there were 2 daggers. So Jimmy Butler with, what was it, like 40 seconds left, made a 3 from the top of the key area.
On a very sloppy play.
Steph did the night-night for him.
Yeah.
Jimmy didn't, but Steph did the night-night.
That whole play was
Garbage.
I kept, every time the ball moved, I was like, oh no. Because Steph had it.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of passed under the opposing player's hand, but it wasn't a standard bounce pass. It kind of like bounced 3 times. Jimmy got like caught off guard. He like scooped it up and then like did a pump fake, realized he couldn't get a good angle, threw it to Al. Al went up to shoot, and it looked like he traveled, but because he's so tall, his foot was still on the ground. He come back down and passed it back to Jimmy. Jimmy stops for a second, looks up, and then shoots the 3. The entire time the ball was moving, I was like, this is awful. But when it got to Jimmy, he was like, I'll take care of this.
Yeah.
And it went in.
It was great.
Yeah.
And then Steph got his moment to shine as well. Well, he got many moments to shine in this game.
Yeah, followed it up with, the night-night was pretty funny. There's a picture of Steph doing the night-night, but he's like leaning way too forward. He looks like a SpongeBob character. And he's doing the night-night to Jimmy.
I have to watch some highlights.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we'll watch
to get into bed and just watch hours of highlights of this game.
NBA is back.
We love it.
We love it. Really, really encouraging game. Really interested to see what happens tomorrow, because they are going to play the Portland Trailblazers, who have been embroiled in the
gambling
scandal.
Their head coach, let's just say their head coach has been arrested. Chauncey Billups.
He has been arrested.
In prison. Yeah, and this game is going to be in Portland. So it's a back-to-back, which means that there are certain players that may not play as much or may have limited minutes. Yeah, Al Horford it's already been stated that on back-to-backs he will play the first game but not the second.
I imagine Draymond's minutes will go down, Jimmy's minutes will go down, Steph's minutes will probably go down. But it's good because we still have a pretty good bench. QP's still there, TJD, between them they can hopefully do enough to defend for us. GP2 played really well as well this game. He got a few steals in the GP2 way, so I think he'll be pretty active as well. Pods wasn't as good as I wanted him to be. He missed a few threes. He sank 1 or 2, which was good, but I feel good about the bench being able to take more responsibility for the veterans when they are resting up against Portland. I hope that it's a W. We do have kind of an advantage in that the team is on tilt because of what's happening there, which is unfortunate. But I feel like that's kind of taken away by the fact that the Warriors now have to get on a plane, sleep, get off, and then play.
Yeah, they have a long night ahead of them.
I don't know how they...
I don't know how they do it.
It looks like they get on normal planes. Like, I would imagine, if I was them, I would be like, let's get a plane which is all beds. Like just all beds.
Yeah.
Let these people sleep properly because they sleep in seats, and I'm just like, I don't know how you guys are doing this. That's crazy. But yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow with another wrap up, and hopefully we'll be as excited about a W, but not as stressed that we about it as in the way that we were today.
Yeah, today was a very anxiety ridden experience,
Yeah.
but that's how the Warriors do it,
That's
you
how
know?
they do it. Yeah, they don't make it easy for us
Or for
or for
themselves.
themselves. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Just us on three.
1,
One, two,
2,
three.
3.
Just us.